Did you know that your CPP estimate is probably wrong? If you're preparing for retirement, you might have gone to the Service Canada website and looked up your CPP estimate. But that CPP estimate is based on some pretty big assumptions. Unless you're about to retire tomorrow, that CPP estimate is probably very wrong. In this video, we're going to go over the big assumptions that are making up that CPP estimate, and also how you can calculate your own CPP estimate and make a much better assumption about how much CPP you're going to get in the future. In this video, we're going to do a brief intro onto how CPP is calculated, an example of a CPP statement, the 3 big assumptions that affect your CPP estimate, and how to create your own, more accurate CPP estimate. Hi, my name is Owen. I'm an advice-only financial planner, a CFP, and I'm the founder of PlanEasy.ca, a financial planning platform that you can use to create your own financial plan and work with an advice-only financial planner when you need it. It's important to have a rough idea of how CPP is calculated. CPP is based on a credit system. If you earn a certain amount of employment income during a year, you get 1 full credit towards CPP. If you earn a certain amount of employment income that's below the maximum, then you'll earn a partial credit. So for example, if the maximum for a given year is $64,900 and you earn $50,000, then you're going to get a partial credit towards CPP of 0.77. You need between 35 and 39 credits to get the maximum CPP benefit, depending on when you start CPP in the future. With CPP enhancement, the calculation's a little bit more complex, but that's essentially how it works. Now this is an example of your CPP estimate. So if you log into Service Canada, you can get a copy of your own CPP estimate based on your past earnings. Now you're going to see an estimate for age 60, 65, and 70. But as I said, there's a number of assumptions that go into these estimates, which we're going to cover right now. One of the big assumptions in your CPP estimate is that they assume you continue working right until the moment that CPP starts. So if you start CPP at age 60, they assume that you work all the way until your 60th birthday. If you plan to retire earlier, this could drag down your CPP benefits. If you plan to retire at age 60 but delay CPP until age 65, that again could drag down your CPP benefits. This assumption has a very big impact on how much CPP you might actually receive in the future. Now the second big assumption when they calculate your CPP estimate is they assume you keep earning at the same average rate you did in the past. Now this can help and hurt your situation. So for example, if you plan to have some part-time employment income before retirement and before starting CPP, then this might hurt your CPP estimate because they don't know that your future income is going to be lower before CPP starts. Now this could actually help your CPP estimate be higher in the future if, for example, the last 15 years you worked part-time and now you're planning to work the next 15 years full-time before retirement starts, before CPP starts. Depending on your situation, this assumption could either help your CPP estimate or it could hurt it. Now the final assumption is a bit more of an omission. So right now, Service Canada does not include CPP expansion in their CPP estimate. This means for younger people, their CPP estimate might be grossly underestimated versus what they could receive in the future. CPP expansion means that CPP is going up by at least 50%. So for those who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, or even 50s and are continuing to work, their CPP could be much higher in the future than what the CPP estimate actually suggests. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We're coming out with new videos every week. Now, when we create a CPP estimate for our financial planning clients, we're not relying on the estimate from Service Canada because of the reasons we just mentioned. Instead, what we're using their past CPP statement of contributions as well as assumptions for future earnings to create a much better estimate for CPP in the future. We're taking into account CPP expansion as well as other factors that could impact their CPP benefits in the future. There are 3 important areas on the PlanEasy platform that will impact your CPP estimate. So the first area is in Discovery in the Tax and Benefits section. we want to upload your pensionable earnings from your CPP statement of contributions. You can find your CPP statement of contributions by logging into your My Service Canada account. And then we want to enter in pensionable earnings from the day that you turned age 18. So depending on your age, you could have different years here, but the platform will also always tailor itself to your starting age 18. So here we want to enter in pensionable earnings year by year, all the way until the current year. And then the second piece that's going to impact your CPP estimate is your future earnings. So here in the future cash flow section in Foundation, we want to just understand your CPP, your CPP estimate based on your future earnings. So down here in the income section, we're going to make some assumptions about employment income in the future. So maybe you're retiring early, maybe you're going to work until age 60. This is going to have a big impact on your CPP benefits. So in this case, we're assuming early retirement at age 50. And then if we go to your CPP estimate here, we can get a sense of how much CPP you might get in the future depending on when you start your CPP benefits. So the third big factor that's going to impact your CPP is when you choose to start your CPP benefit at age 60, age 65, age 70, or anywhere in between. As you can see, for Steve here, the CPP benefit that he could expect in the future is quite a bit higher if he delays CPP until age 70. Now let's take a look and see what happens and how the CPP estimate changes if instead of retiring early at age 50, we assume that Steve works until age 60. So if we go back here to future cash flow and we open up Steve's income assumptions, we're going to assume that Steve, instead of stopping at age 50, is just going to continue earning the same amount, increasing for inflation, up until age 59. And so we're going to recalculate that, and we're going to see Steve's income come across here a little bit further. And then we're going to go here to CPP estimate, and we're going to see how that changes. So already we can see that instead of the 12 or so thousand a year that we had for CPP for Steve, we now have 18,000 a year at age 65. So a significantly different amount for Steve just based on those 10 years of additional employment income. So if Steve starts at age 60, he's now going to get $12,595 a year. If he delays all the way until age 70, he's now going to get almost $26,000 a year from his expanded CPP benefits. So if you're on the Plan Easy platform and you're creating your financial plan, you want to first go to Tax and Benefits, make sure that you've got your CPP statement of contributions and your pensionable earnings entered into the platform. You want to then go to Future Cash Flow, make sure that you've got the correct income assumptions for the future in today's dollars. You can also check in future dollars. And then the last one is we want to make sure we have the right start age for CPP. So in this case, Steve and Tara are assuming that they're going to start CPP as early as possible at age 60. Thank you for watching. If you need any help creating your financial plan, your retirement plan, or creating an estimate for CPP in the future, please feel free to reach out. Go to planeasy.ca, click Start Planning to see if we are a good fit, and then you can use the Plan Easy platform to create your own financial plan and work with an advice-only financial planner. Thanks for watching.